If only I was a bit lighter and had a more athletic body, then surely I had all the confidence and happiness I desire. Oh, and not forget the money. I also need money. And women. Many people face a special kind of problem. They think that they know what they want, but are never really consistent with anything or bring any goals of theirs to fruition. Today we will learn about a technique that helps tremendously with identifying if a supposed desire is really something for you. Today's topic is the guided daydream and how to properly use it to determine if something is worth pursuing or a waste of time. In a sense, it is a special kind of meditation, you could call it like that. After all, looking back, our wishes and desires changed all the time if we are honest with ourselves. We don't have the same desires as our 8-year-old self, or 12-year-old self, or 16-year-old self. It changes rapidly, and there's no reason to assume that this time is any different. If we look back in 5 years, our desires will have changed again. Okay, but what is the guided daydream actually? Well, a guided daydream is a self-induced daydream where you purposefully take the time to let your mind wander, but restrict it to just one topic. You want to focus entirely on your wish or desire of choice for at least 10 minutes. Make it a self-rule that you are only allowed to pursue a desire if you can finish 10 uninterrupted minutes of daydreaming about it without getting lost. For most wishes, it is not even possible to last a single minute. They are that transient and fleeting and unimportant to you. It is just a fleeting idea of the mind. If only I had X, then I surely would be happy. It is not a desire of our heart, really. And the entire technique is a bit like a meditation, but with a different kind of object. Your mind willingly takes everything or anything it really likes as an object and stays there. If it really likes it. Everything else will be avoided and replaced by something more pleasant. It is really simple. In meditation, you go against that inclination. In the daydream, you follow it and test if your mind is really interested in something or if you are just rationalizing and seeking for a quick fix for your problems. The benefit of this technique is very clear and obvious. It costs nothing. It takes almost no time and it can save you an enormous amount of time in the future. Most people have many regrets later in life. That could be avoided by focusing on what really matters to them. You can even repeat the procedure if you want to be sure or see if something changed. It has no real diminishing return because your mind's inclination always stays more or less the same. It is often beneficial to go through a few examples. If someone really wants to lose weight, for example, they could test out the method. Many people don't really want it and will be lost in thought in no time at all. The same is true if someone thinks they really want to be rich. Can they make the daydream happen? Well, the truth is that most things we really want are those things we already have and are already doing. And the nun Ayya Khema, for example, sometimes said that most people are exactly where they want to be, minus some side effects. And the side effects are what bothers us the most. We always pretty much get what we desire the most right now. But there are, other symptoms that surface. And for example, when I was a teenager, I was kind of jealous of all the other kids that could afford sports clubs. Well, we couldn't as we were rather poor. However, I did a test training there and I never really committed. I didn't really want to go running in a group. I just thought that what other people had must be desirable and had a fear of missing out, which is very common among most people. And many times people are driven by just that and nothing else. Most activities have no intrinsic value but what our minds add to them. Okay, but let us now come to the most important point. Most people don't know what they want and desires change all the time as we grow older. You can avoid wasting time by testing if something really matters to you. Do a guided daydream, for example, to see if your mind willingly leaps out to your desires. If no, choose something else or try again. If yes, follow your wish by all means. But in the end, we can waste a lot of time by following a fear of missing out and fleeting desires. Find out what you really want and you can avoid a lot of frustration in the future. It is really worth it to test if a desire is really something you fancy. Okay, and that is pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this style of video, feel free to leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel so I know to produce more of this style of content in the future. However, if you feel like I missed something, please also let me know in the comment section so that other people, and especially I, can benefit from your wisdom. But until then, I wish you a pleasant day and goodbye.